Hello eufy fans, welcome to another short video, and today we're looking at the unboxing of the eufy 3C, or the S300 as it's also known. This falls within the eufy 3 series of cameras. It's a 4K model, doesn't have a solar panel, but it's what eufy are doing now. So they do a range of 2K cameras, and these are now the 4K cameras on the Series 3. This currently retails at £109 UK on Amazon and on eufy Direct. USA $149 and Australia $349. Now, with regards the UK and USA, it does look like there is currently a discount. Couldn't see a discount on the Australian site, but I may be wrong. Yeah, that's the cost of this camera. So I'll go ahead and unbox and see what we get inside. So this is the new packaging that eufy are now doing with the Series 3 cameras, with the sleeve and then the box. So this is an add-on camera. You can get this in a set of 3, which comes with the Homebase 3, and this camera is only compatible with the Homebase 3 currently. It may be backwards compatible in the future with Homebase 2, but initially it is only on the Homebase 3. So we get the camera, usual box of cables and wall mount, standard wall mount there. So it screws into brickwork or woodwork, camera attaches to the end there, and you can angle this up and down. Roll plugs, screws, and then the charging cable there. There's also a small instruction book inside the box. Now, as we know, the eufy setup is pretty simple, and the app kind of speaks for itself. So by all means you can use this, but I usually just jump on the app and follow the instructions on there. Plus a sticker. Now, in some countries and states it is a requirement to advertise that you are using security cameras, so that can be useful if you are in one of those regions. Now, because this connects to the Homebase 3, it does mean that it does take advantage of the Bionic Mind AI, so facial recognition, which is self-learning. So the more times it sees a particular person, the more accurate it will get, and it therefore also benefits from the expandable storage on the Homebase 3, which you can expand up to 16 terabytes. So you can store years worth of footage on there. It also has colour night vision. So with some cameras it is just black and white night vision. With this one you can get colour night vision. So looking at the front of the camera there, it does have the blue ring, which all the 4K cameras tend to have. It does also have a night light, and can do black and white night vision as well if you prefer that. Clarity on this, with it being 4K, you could look at a car number plate, registration plate or license plate up to around 10 meters away. So when you zoom in on the app with a pinch, it is a lot more clear than the 2K cameras. As I mentioned, there's no solar panel on this one, so it is battery only. One full charge in a sort of medium activity area will give you up to 6 months between charges. Now, I've experienced pretty much all the eufy cameras, some 3 months, some over 3 months. It all depends on the position. I've got one that's nearly getting on for a year, that's on an alleyway, that's probably 1 or 2 activities a day. I've got a camera on the driveway that's maybe 40 activities a day, and that one tends to last between 3 and 6 months. So it's the same size as the 2C camera. Difference on this one is it's 4K, so it's very similar looking, but with this one you do get a lot more clarity. And with these sorts of cameras, because of the way they detect, and if you follow the instructions of how to set the camera up, they do prefer motion to go across the camera rather than directly towards. If have it aiming down a path and people are walking directly towards, it is likely to miss things. If they go across, it picks up pretty much all horizontal movements on this one. So I'll go ahead and set this up and see what sort of clarity we get. Any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you want to see more unboxings of new eufy gear or old eufy gear, plus how-tos, then please do subscribe so you're notified as to when new videos are posted there. Just a side note, price comparison between the eufy 3C and the S330. This is about 2/3 the price. So in the UK, this one is 109, this one is around 179. Now I did search online for USA and Australia, but it doesn't appear, or I couldn't find just a standalone camera on its own. They tend to come in sets of 2 or 3. So I'm guessing that the price difference between these two is around 2/3 difference. Okay, the camera is now mounted. Quite a way up, probably a bit too high, but it does pick up what I need it to, which looks across the driveway there. So we'll go ahead and see what kind of image we get from this. Okay, so we're now looking at the eufy S300 3C camera, the 4K camera, in its current position looking down the drive. This will be adjusted so that the road isn't in the image, because multiple car passes will drain the battery, so I will end up dipping this down slightly. So if we zoom into the driveway blocks, you can see each individual brick and the colour, and we'll also zoom in on the reg plate, which is over 10 metres away. Ignoring the bush, you could actually read that if the bush wasn't in the way there. So really good picture quality on the 4K. Now there is a limit, so if we zoom into this car, which is a good 30 to 40 metres away, we aren't going to be able to read that reg plate there. Okay, and now as a comparison, we're looking at the eufy 2C Pro to compare to the from the 2K to the 4K. This camera is good, but it isn't as good as the 4K. So the driveway, you can still see the blocks. However, if we zoom in on the reg plate, it is more difficult to read. Again, the bush is in the way, but you can see the letters are distorted there. And looking at the car far away, compared to the 4K, it's absolutely unreadable. The 4K is a little bit more clear than that. So yeah, big difference between the 4K and the 2K. Both good cameras, but if you're going to go for one, I think the 4K is now the way to go. If you like the content, please give me a like and a subscribe, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.